You got it. You know what that means. It's time once again for Donovan Bailey Running Things. I'm Jason Portuondo. That man there needs no introduction. DB, what's going on?
Another day, man. Another day. Another day, Jason. Great to see you. Great to see you again. Seemed that the weather, kind of took a little turn for us. Was it golf season for you last week? And all of a sudden now it's minus 25 again? I mean, I don't know.
No, I've played twice this week. I don't know about you. As long as we have anything higher than 10 degrees, I am good to go. But, this weather really just signifies and signals what's coming up next because Diamond League is right around the corner. That's always a lot of fun. We're going to look back at what took place. It seems like every time we talk now, there's a new world lead. Last time we spoke, it was Omanyala. This week, we're going to talk about some lady by the name of Alfred. I hear she's pretty good.
Yeah. Dude, listen, I mean, you know what? Yeah, you're right. The weather's a little, I guess, a little difficult in camp. Difficult for me. I mean, I know that 5 degrees will allow you to go outside and play. But yeah, it is outdoor season. It's now where the girls become women and the boys become men. I mean, this is there's no more indoor season. You're outside and you're fighting the elements. So yeah, this is great. This weekend coming up, you've got Diamond League, you've got Penn Relays, and so like the outdoor season is like exploding. But certainly we're going to talk about what has happened in the past week or so. So yeah, man. I mean, I like where we're at, and there's some really good people that are going to open up and show out.
All right. Well, let's get to it. I got 4 letters for you. SAFP. She is back. We talked about her on the last show. She is having her I guess, final hurrah, if you will, in terms of her track and field season. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. She was recently part of the Velocity Fest in Jamaica. And man, oh man, this is our race of the week, as always, brought to you by Biopods. Visit biopods.com. Empower your every step. Let's get it.
Sends them off and running. Shelly gets a good start. She's being challenged by Natasha Morrison. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is ahead of Natasha Morrison. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce will win it. 10:93. Oh my word. If that holds up, that's a world lead.
Wow. Just listening to that call just electrifies you. It's like boop, 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 boop. It's just like, she officially gets a 10.94, but unfortunately, it wasn't a legal win. So we can't say it's a world leading time. That still belongs to a Navia battle. We'll talk about that young star a little bit later on. She's got the world's leading time of 10.98 for the ladies. But what a return to the track for Shelly-Ann.
I am not at all concerned about the win reading. For Shelly-Ann Fraser. Yeah. As you pointed out, Jason, the excitement and the energy of inviting probably the greatest female sprinter that ever lived back to the track, and is healthy. To me, that's way more important. The fact that she went out in the race and executed, and if she ran sub 11, that's all good. I don't care what the wind is, man. It doesn't really matter to me. The fact that she went out, executed, simply means that if this is her last season as a track and field athlete, it means that what I've said before, and certainly you have concurred, that if Shelly-Ann Fraser, if this is her last season, there's zero chance in hell that she's just going to go out and not challenge for a win. I mean, this is great. Glad that she's back on the track. Love that she's back on the track. Opening up in front of a home audience. Awesome. Injury-free from what I understand, because I spoke to a bunch of sources. So, man, I mean, I'm happy to see her back. I definitely want to see her and the young lights. Like you said, Julien Alfred and all of the young sprinters. I actually like to see where everyone is at their greatest. That makes it a phenomenal product for the sport itself. For me as a former champion and for sure for you and the incredible audience that's looking to see amazing performances.
We have the perfect blend of youth, wisdom, experience on the track and field scene. So you're right. We got some ladies that are, hanging around. They're saying, "Hey, I got something to prove still. I'm not done just yet." And then you got the younger ones coming up saying, "Well, hey, you got to step aside and make room for us because we're coming up." And one of those ladies is Julien Alfred. Man, what a smashing return for her in the 200 at the Tom Jones. 21:88, a world lead for the 200. And this girl, man, I'm losing superlatives to describe what she does. Seems like every time she goes out on the track.
We've always talked about Julien's preparation, and the fact is that she's the #1 sprinter in the world right now. But more importantly, I think that I love her confidence and her poise, the structure in which that she's training every day. She's training with incredible people. She's training in an environment that flourishes and that produces champion mentality. Opening up sub 22 is no joke. I mean, I saw her run that 300 last time we chatted. She ran that 300, and certainly for the last 75 meters of that 300, Julien had her back straight and was trying to power it home. What that does, though, Jason, I mean, obviously we can joke about that, but I mean, for someone who's ran that and know that it's a tough race, what it does is shows that she's ready for the ultimate speed endurance race, which is the 200 meters. And so ultimately, she's going to be a lot to deal with for these ladies this year. Julien is already extremely confident that she can power through and run past anyone in the 100 meters on the straight. So it's just raw power speed. But man, speed endurance. She's like, all right, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to get out of the blocks. I'm going to roll on you on the corner. And when I get off and go on the straightaway, I'm going to leave you in my dust. So yeah, man, it's going to be nice.
Yeah, it's almost like she's not human. I watch her run and it's so effortless. It's just like she's gliding over the racetrack. And then you check the clock and you're like, wow, that's how fast she went. So it's a scary sight. I mean, and we've got so many good athletes. When you talk about the half lap, Gabby Thomas obviously like, whoa, don't forget about me. I opened things up with a win in Jamaica at the Grand Slam. So, man, it is going to be a lot of fun throughout the year just watching these ladies battle.
Well, Sharika is also lining up this weekend as we speak. So, I mean, we got the reigning world champion and basically the woman that's ran the fastest 200 meters in the last 20 years. So, I mean, like you're just talking about one event. And the one event, when they have the top people lined up, it's going to be great. We've got the Grand Slam coming up in a week or so, or two. So again, where you have some of the best athletes ever of this generation lining up. So yeah, as you said, Julien, Gabby. Well, listen, we can actually sit here and just go down a list of 20 women.
Easy.
Right. And also, again, in track, as we know, there's no step aside. At the end of the day, whomever you are or whatever you're saying, you got to show up and take the title. It is what it is. It is dog eat dog or cat kills cat. So I'm looking forward to all that.
Man, okay, so you touched on Sharika. Let's head there next because this weekend, it is on. First Diamond League event of the season. Jamin is obviously going to be the site there. It's a salty affair. I mean, obviously the headliner is Sharika, but you got also in there Jenna Prandini. You got in the 60-meter champion in Kambunji. You got the young and up-and-comer, the world's fastest right now, in the 100, Anavia Battle, the former Ohio State Buckeye. You got the African Jessica Kabai, TT Terry. But for Sharika, this is her first 200. Don't forget, we haven't seen her on the track since July the 9th. That's a long time away. I just want to see her healthy. That's all I want to see.
Well, I want to see her healthy too, but unfortunately in track and field, you don't get a blind. You don't get a blind, boss. And you also don't get a mulligan. So you got to show up. So whenever the race, here's the thing, Jason. Whenever the gun fires, bro.
Yep.
The race is on, right?
Yep.
So we're going to get to see, I mean, it's early in the season, mind you. So this is not, I mean, the World Championships is in September. You know what I mean? Yep. So it doesn't really, it's not going to say a lot right now, but it's going to say a whole lot, if you know what I mean.
I hear you.
So at the end of the day, I think that Sharika, it's a Diamond League competition, so you're going to have the top athletes that signed up that are under contract for that meet. So I expect Sharika. I mean, I saw her in the race with Julien last week, and she looks good. Let's definitely not taking anything for granted, but she looked good last week, and it was a 300. Right. So I do expect her to show up. I do expect her to show up and show out. And although you mentioned some incredible ladies, Jenna Prandini went to Jamaica in the Grand Slam, and she's ready. And so I'm saying to you that I think Sharika is going to be ready to do battle in China.
Pardon the pun, right? Do battle, because there is a Navia battle in that race. So I like the way you just slid that in there nicely. But for Sharika, okay, she's had a couple of 60s that she ran to open things up in Jamaica. You touched on the 300, kind of a fun event there versus Julien. Anything short of a victory, is that a disappointment in your eyes?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I mean, I don't, again, from my personal career, I never put a whole lot on the Diamond League. The Diamond League is the business part of track and field. You come out, you get a great parents' fee, right? There's no, if you lose one or two, it doesn't really matter at the end of the season. So no, I mean, I think that every single one of these ladies or the men that are competing,
right? We'll get to that in a second.
They should always use the Diamond League to fix things. That's what I did. I used the Diamond League to work on my race, to tweak coming out of the blocks, to tweak relaxing at high velocity, to tweak my finish. So I was always tweaking things. And for me personally, I'm not telling them to do it, but for me personally, it was a Diamond League to me. I wasn't saying I'm going to win every race and break world records in the middle of the season, because I didn't really, that just really wasn't my focus. And so myself and Dan and Mark Lindsay, our focus was always staying healthy and executing properly. So if Sharika goes out and she wins or she loses, it's not going to make a difference to me. It's not going to make a difference in her season. The number one thing is executing right and remaining healthy. What I want to see her is her at her best in the finals at the World Championships at the end of the season. That's what I personally want to see.
Exactly. I'm with you, because we all know, going back to the Olympics from 2024, we didn't get to see her. We did not get to see her. All I want to do is see her on the track. I won't say 100%, because I don't think any athlete is ever 100%, but I just want to see her at her best. Who do you think presents the biggest challenge for her? Is it Prandini? Is it Kambunji? Is it maybe the young star Battle, TT Terry?
Battle probably, because this is uncharted territory for her.
Okay.
TT Terry's always a gamer. I mean, I think she's great. Kambunji is very confident coming off the indoor season. So indoor world, she has an official title, bro. So at the end of the day, I mean, so I just think it's a solid race with professional women. And so I encourage fans to just up and watch it. I mean, Sharika definitely in a class by herself. However, there's none of these ladies that are slouches. None of them. And it's track and field. So no matter what, anything can happen on any day.
Yep, very true, very true. Looking forward to seeing what happens there on the ladies' side of things. Donovan Bailey Running Things, Jason Portuondo, alongside the living legend. You are with us, and we appreciate that. The guys' side, they're sprinting 100. By the way, I should give a little bit of love to the 2019 100-meter world champion, Freddie Curley, winning at the Mount Sac Relays last week. 44.73, I do believe, was his time. Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah, not bad at all. I mean, this lineup, brethren, wow. We're talking Rohan Watson. You got Sani in there, Omanyala, Coleman, Simbini, Taboho, Jeremiah Azu, Emmanuel Ezeme. I mean, Lachlan Kennedy. This is rough.
This is what the 100 meters is about. This is the heavyweight showdown, man. This is the heavyweight showdown. First, let me congratulate Fred Curley. I mean, although he came down from the quarter and he's now running the 100, he's on the he's run. I'm saying he's running a man's race because the 100
Yes.
meters is a man's race. But man, the quarter is a man's race. And although Freddie is a quarter miler,
Right.
Opening up and jogging 44. I mean, I'm saying jogging in my career, that was I was incapable of running 44. You know, although Dan probably said differently. I mean, he always his thoughts were always, if I worked, I could be faster. But the quarter is a different animal. So Freddie opening up and running 44 and making it look easy, and also talking crap
Yes.
to no
Sugar.
Laos.
Yes.
But I'm saying to you, Freddie talking, then going out and dropping a 44. Now coming in and opening up in China means that Freddie Curley or Fred Curley means business this year. You know, I mean, Fred, man, Christian Coleman, just a 60-meter guy in the world record holder. I mean, and Toboho, all the names that you just mentioned, this could easily be a world championship semifinals or finals, right?
Yep.
I mean, every single person that you named is a sub 10 guy. Every single person, right? So to open up the season, man, this is fire, and I'm looking forward to that.
Sindini last week, of course, beating Omanyala. We talked about that, and now can he roll with that momentum behind his back? Christian Coleman, I want to go there for a second because this is kind of a reboot for him. We all remember from last year, had that run-in with his coach Tim Hall, left that camp, went over to Dennis Mitchell. Now he's getting his first full season with the Dennis Mitchell grouping. So it's kind of like he's starting afresh. And don't forget, because he's kind of, the two-time defending champion when it comes to running this race in Gem. And so he's, trying to get off on the right foot, so to speak.
Christian, for me, I'm a big Christian Coleman fan. I want him to stay healthy.
Right.
His race pattern is very similar to probably Shelly-Ann Fraser. He has to get out of the blocks.
Yes.
He has to execute properly over the first 30. He has to stay relaxed when he hits top speed. Like he has to, right? Because of his stature. I'm a huge fan of his. Yes, I think that he's got I love the fact that I think he has a chip on his shoulder. There is some things to prove. Santini's coming in with uber confidence, bro. And so, then you have Curly. Then, man, listen, it's early in the season, and I might be getting too excited to see the first race, but I'm telling you that I'm looking forward to this. So I think that Christian has a shot. Jeremiah is the world champion indoors. I mean, again, indoor doesn't count for much because a full execution over the 100 meters is what matters. So I really want to see what Jeremiah does. I want to see that. I want to see what Freddie does coming back from the quarter.
Well, Freddie, you can't add an extra lane. Freddie's not in there, so you can't add an extra lane for Freddie. No.
Okay, fine.
I know you're trying to add an extra lane. Make it 11. I hear you. But
I'm getting excited. See, I'm getting excited. It is what it is. I'm getting excited. It's not a bad thing. But either way, I'm looking forward to this. Rowan Watson. I mean, another young Jamaican. I want to see what he's going to do. So it's going to be great. Isn't this Kashane was supposed to be in here too? No,
I thought he was, but no, he's not in there. He's not in there. So hopefully, sooner than later. But with Christian Coleman, don't forget too, kind of his redemption tour. Because last year, if I'm not mistaken, he didn't make the team, right? I think he was fourth in both the 100 and the 200 when it came to trials. So I think, again, he's got a little something to prove. So I'm looking forward to it. Can I get a pick?
Ooh, man.
I'll make it easy. Thank you. I'm with you. I think Toboho shows up, runs his race. Ain't beating him. And right now, go ahead.
All Toboho has to do, I hope that he has the lane. I hope he has a lane beside Coleman. All he's got to do is kind of lay the hammer down quickly. So essentially Toboho runs the most aggressive first 30 that he possibly can, where he's within strike and reach of Christian. Then I think Toboho should have it when they hit top speed and he starts to to expand his gait and run full stride. However, Christian's race is going to be this: catch me if you can.
Yeah. Yep. 100%. Then with Christian Coleman, I don't need to tell you this, but you're bang on. Catch him if you can. And that's his thing. So Omanyala's in 3, Coleman in 4, Simbini in 5, Taboho 6. That's where they're lining up. So
fun times. Pure fun.
Yeah. Hey, and you know what makes me laugh about you? These athletes are all like, Diamond League is huge. You're like, yeah, it's a prep. It's just a prep.
But Jason, I'm just saying to you though, I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's kind of like getting asked, how do you feel when you're in the blocks or when you're in a stadium with 100,000 people? I felt very comfortable. So the Diamond League to me was just another day of practice. Yes, it's professional. Yes, I want to win. I just didn't go there to lay down, but I was always tweaking things. I was never trying to lose, but I was tweaking things. And I just think that a lot of these athletes, they're certainly trying to run fast and they're certainly trying to win. But what they should do is utilize this like in-race training, in-race performance, get rid of all the in-race rust. So again, don't, like, when you get to the World Championship finals, you cannot make any mistakes. In a Diamond League, it's possible that you can and not be penalized because another race is just around the corner for you to do. So that's what I'm saying to you. I used it, right? And I want them to use it, but I'm expecting that every single one of these men and women that line up, you're lining up expecting to win also, because that has to be the mentality if you are participating in our sport.
Fair enough. Penn Relays also takes place this weekend. A quick word on that.
Penn Relays, listen, I mean, another preeminent championships. I mean, this is the Jamaica versus the world. There's a ton of what's great about Penn Relays, you get to see some of the incredible youngsters from the high school championships in Jamaica going up against the top high school athletes in America. So you get to see the future of Jamaica versus America. Not only that, you get to see the best college athletes compete against each other, and those are also future legends or future champions. And of course, you see the pro guys. You see the pro guys, the ladies and the guys, and the ladies and the men. So I'm looking forward to see what the results are. Here's what happens sometimes at Penn Relays. I've competed there twice. Once, the weather was fantastic. The other time, it was cold and rainy. So I'm just hoping to God that it's hot and sunny, because usually if it's cold and rainy, the track is pretty sloppy. So I'm praying for great weather for those athletes to compete at this weekend.
Fair enough. We got one last thing to do, and it's the way we always wrap things up, having this guy run that anchor leg.
A cleaning stage with Donovan Bailey is pouring it up.
Yes, he is. He always did back in the day, and he is still doing it to this day as we speak. People want to know more about Donovan, so this version of the anchor leg is all about you. We have all these power couples. Off the top of my head, I'm going to go in track and field, obviously. Noah Lyles, Janelle Brumfield, I think they're now engaged. You got Christian Coleman with Sha'Carri Richardson. If you could have had anyone to be by your side back in your day to make your power couple, who would it have been?
You're talking about if I had an athlete?
Yes, back in the a track star, because these are track and field power couples. Was anybody back in the day when you were running?
I can't steal Selma Hayek from you, dude.
You can, but she doesn't run track and field.
Okay, track and field
back in your day.
Person.
Yeah. You don't want to say.
Say it without getting myself in trouble. Without getting myself in trouble, being that I know these people very well. But I mean, power couple back in my day. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember. I don't.
There wasn't one female athlete you were just like, wow.
There's lots of female athletes that I hung out with and hung out with. But yeah, dude, I don't remember. I can't say.
I didn't know you. I didn't know you could tap dance that well. That's pretty impressive. All right.
I'm,
Well,
I'm
how about
famous
your
for it.
Lakers? Let's talk about that. Your basketball team. I mean, who's winning?
My basketball team.
Yes, your basketball team. Yes, that's right. Donovan Bus
That's
Bailey.
news for me.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Are you not a Lakers fan?
I like the Lakers. I like,
Oh.
I like basketball.
Yes. Okay. So if I gave you a fictitious $100,000 right now, who would you wager on to win the NBA Finals?
Oh, wow. Jeez. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm giving you $100,000. It's not even yours.
Well, it's a lot of money to wager on a few series now that are either tied or 2-1, bro. So no, I'm not. I can't do that right now. Can't
Boston. Why wouldn't you say Boston? Just say Boston.
I ain't gonna say Boston.
Okay, don't say.
I ain't gonna say Boston. Boston's a good team, but I ain't gonna say Boston.
We've had people asking, when you're cruising around in your ride, what you listening to? What's your go-to CD, if those things still exist?
80s hip hop. Listen, 80s hip hop is always gonna be 80s hip hop, or dance hall is what I'm gonna vibe to. If I'm chilling and I just want to think, then it's always like kind of like jazz, jazz. Like if I want to think, but if I'm vibing, definitely 80s hip hop or rappers.
All right, fair enough. What about food? What's your go-to meal? If you can go anywhere for dinner tonight, have any type of meal, what is Donovan Bailey eating?
I can have a steak every day.
Steak every day. Wow.
I can have a steak every day.
As they would
I can
say,
have steak and red meat every day.
What a way for your chest high. Anyways,
Yep.
we will end it on that note, wrapping up this edition of Donovan Bailey Running Things, getting to know you. We just call it that instead. Please continue to like, share, follow, download, subscribe. Ask me not to sing anymore. Whatever you want, just please let us know. We are there for you. I am Jason Portuondo. He is Donovan Bailey. Thank you, as always, for the company. Take us out, DB.
Until next time. Peace out.